Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Quinn's Wish. This is Colonel RPG, as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today as we enter near Sliven. I was a bit taken aback by that. Hey, don't run away, I'm your friend. No, I'm not. Maybe. I don't know. We're exploring the Ahriel, and we don't need to go to Sliven. At least not right now. Well, maybe. Maybe we do later. But we need to go north of here, because we're going to the Cinnabar Woods. And I want to get over there. There's also that castle over here, and I have a quest over there anyway, so let's just try to see what exists to the east. And these people don't say anything, so that's a bit of a surprise. There are some slimes going about. Not a surprise, that one. And this is the ocean. Let's go this way and try to avoid these fights because we don't need them. And also we're just losing money continuously. That is totally okay because I don't spend it early in the game anyway. And also the way the game... I'm sorry, I have hiccups right now. My speech might be affected by that. And also the way the game gets progressively worse. Not worse, harder. That's the... progressively worse. The difficulty gets worse for sure. Gets progressively harder. It just, yeah, you don't want to... You want to save it for later. We are near Deepwood Keep. You are close to the ruins of Deepwood Keep. One of the Haven's 7 outposts on Sacramentum. It was abandoned decades ago when the calamity forced your mother to withdraw most of Haven's soldiers. The fort was built in the beautiful style of the Ahriel, and it has survived the years of neglect very well. You are not alone here. The Ahriel are completely disorganized, and General Toru has taken advantage of this. He has been sneaking supplies and workers here either overland or using your ships. They are camped to the east of the abandoned fort now, waiting for your orders. They don't want to act against Ahriel until they have your okay. Well, I just clicked on okay. That's not my okay, though. So that's where they are right there. I think that's where they are. It's very close to their doors, or their walls. You approach a band of workers, some Haven with a few Ahriel, who are camped outside Deepwood Keep. They are waiting for the order to begin work. They tell you to go to the middle camp and talk to Chief Adam. I will. I suppose that's here? Yes. You approach this camp. There is a ring of Haven soldiers watching the woods that surround you. The forests of the Ahriel scare them. This seems like a rational response. One sets down his flask of ale, rises, approaches you, and kneels. He says,
Chief Adam reporting General Toru sent me. Us ahead. Deepwood Keep is here. We can rebuild it. We just need the order.
How did you get here?
Chief Adam laughs. The Ahriel are a mess. They are leaders, I think. Or they have leaders. But they aren't paying attention. None of their soldiers come out here. We all just snuck in. Had to kill a few spiders. No more trouble than that.
What will the Ahriel think of us rebuilding this fort? He takes a swig of ale and thinks this over.
I really can't say. The elixir, it makes them really unpredictable. Don't matter, though.
I don't matter, don't worry.
This is our land. By treaty. I mean, right?
Yes, you do mean, right. Don't do anything yet.
All right. We'll wait then. We'll squish spiders as required.
I don't know why I gave him that voice, but, well, that's the voice he has right now, Chief Adam, or something. You approach a band of workers, yeah, they just say that it's the same dialogue. I think it's the same dialogue. And that's how we get in there. Can we actually go in? I doubt that this is a gate. Oh, it is a gate. It's just... I'm surprised. There's a lot of wood in here. This is good. And surprising. Okay. So those are my keeps? Oh, yes, we're not going to lose money anymore. This is great news. Okay, I don't know why I gave the sing-song tone to my voice. We're going to need to explore that, but I might as well just tell them to start building. Because, no, I don't need you. Yeah, go to work. Get to work. Chief Adam turns and says,
You heard the prince. We need a fort. Hop to it.
The soldiers and craftsfolk, hoping for some nice protective walls to hide behind, give a hearty cheer. They then pour into the ruins of Deepwood Keep. You can now collect resources from mines you control in this region. You can now recruit Ahriel characters in your forts. They have new special abilities. To recruit a character, enter the fort and press the edit party button. That is good. Also, this allows me to yes, indeed, to recharge. Now that you have rebuilt one of your forts, it's a good idea to install shops into it. This is how you get stronger characters and the best equipment. It is indeed. The first thing I will want to do is getting a sewing machine going. Actually, an alchemist is also pretty good. Sewing machine, a sewing shop, whatever. It's fine. Let's just explore. These are townspeople just going about. That's, I think we need to press tab to do things. Let's look into what we have over here. Upstairs we have Haven soldiers. They don't say anything. They said something, I didn't catch it. And then basically it's the same as the other fort. I was expecting it to be the same as the other fort. But also it would be nice if it wasn't. Because it looked very much like the other fort. It makes sense that it is, though. It's not like it's, Oh no, there is red paint back here. These are the gallows. Or, I say gallows, but they have a different name, those things over there. That's not, do they just, I don't understand very well. Because they would put that in sight of everybody. So, because the large part of the public executions is the public bit. So that people live in misery and just are miserable all the time. Yeah, so they hiding them is a little bit counterproductive to the whole misery bit. What do we have over here? Just the trainers. Are those ballistas? They are ballistas. So they probably just keep them around. We got a pile of wood. Very nice. I do wonder if we got any wood from all the wood that was in the middle. I suppose maybe not. Goodbye, says that blessed. Sure. And some Haven soldiers over here. And that's that. Let's go into the center keep. Or, it's not a keep. I mean, I suppose it is a keep. This would make this a castle. But it is a fort. No, this is absolutely a castle. People live here. These are castles. Hello, Melia. Hello. Need a good sewing. I think that's what she said. This is a huge workshop. Deepwood Keep must have been a major trading post once. So far, there's only one woman here, pushing some barrels and crates around. She works furiously. The disorganized state of the workshop is a great personal offense to her. She kneels to you. I am Quartermaster Melia. Welcome, Prince. We are honored. How are things going here? Surprisingly well. We thought that the woods would just roll in and crush us the moment we showed up. The Ahriel have ended up being very quiet. Supplies are hard to get, and their brambles are eating our west wall, but we're managing fine. Oh, really? Why are supplies so difficult to get? The roads through their woods are a mess. The paths keep changing. Spiders are everywhere. I don't know how the Ahriel common folk deal with it. Not a huge difficulty. We just send a few guards with every caravan. Still, it slows things down. I could use some equipment. I would love to help, but you already have better gear than anything I could provide. If you bring us supplies, though, we can make shops which could provide useful upgrades. What about the west wall? The Ahriel depend on these weird bramble thorns and forests to protect themselves. Not a great system, I think. It just seemed like a laziness to me. Still, one of those brambles was eating Deepwood Keep when we arrived. We will chop it back, but it'll take time. Okay, well, I guess I can ask how things are going here. Surprisingly well. We thought that the woods would just roll. Oh no, she said that already. Yeah, I can't. I guess that's that. That's it. Thank you, Melia. There's more people. Chief Adam! Oh, he's here. Okay. Let's go upstairs. The space is currently blocked. No, it isn't. That's not... Oh, there's a sage over here. Okay. The sage doesn't say anything. Does that have anything for me? It does. Treaty of Vassalage between Haven and Ahriel, year 462. Here is outlined the vassalage contract between the mighty Empire of Haven and the Blessed of the Ahriel Woods, between King Kael of Haven and High Council in High Elovo. Haven declares that the Ahriel are a full vassal with all protections included. An attack on the Ahriel is an attack on us. Thieves and raiders in the Ahriel Woods are an offense to Haven and will be removed. It doesn't specify by whom. Full trade between our powers is guaranteed. In return, the Ahriel grant Haven full movement in their territories and full consultation on any political matters. Land for 2 forts will be provided for Haven, and the Ahriel will protect the security of these lands. The Ahriel will guarantee that Haven receives full priority in the trade of potions, which provide an advantage in battle. The Ahriel will provide envoys to Haven, whose brains are untouched by the effects of elixir. No trade in elixir will take place outside of the Ahriel woods. This agreement will last as long as Haven and the Ahriel exist as independent peoples. So agreed in sacred bond by both parties in the year 462. There's room there for the Ahriel to argue that this treaty is invalid because they argue the moment they become vassals, they're not independent. Just pointing it out. Of course, if they point it out to me, I'm gonna say something about, oh no, but give me better explanations than that. This battered and well-traveled chest contains the chief's stuff. Not scuff. I don't even know what scuff is. Stuff. There are clothes, grooming supplies, and personal effects, all packed with the organization and efficiency of an experienced Havenite soldier.
Who talks like this?
But I can't get anything from there, unfortunately. I wanted to get his clothes because, you know, the clothes of a person who
Talks like this.
are definitely good, aren't they? The Blessed and the Trench Towns. The Ahriel are split into 2 classes. Those who can afford to drink elixir do so, and they are the Blessed. The Blessed choose the leaders of the Ahriel woods. Those who aren't blessed live in the humble farms and the trench towns. One can always tell an elixir drinker. Greenish skin, white hair, a distant gaze, and occasionally more than a hint of madness. Those who quaff quicksilver brew lead. What? No, it's made of lead, but that's not the point. Those who quaff quicksilver brew lead the Ahriel, though their leadership can be erratic. Those Ahriel and outsiders who aren't blessed live in the humble farms and the trench towns. They keep the food growing and the path clean. There are many outsiders in the Ahriel woods. The blessed and the regular Ahriel, with their standard arrogance, look down on those visitors. I'm sure I misread some things over there. I'm not really sure. Not necessarily said the wrong words. I intonated them wrongly. The rulers of Haven. Haven's ruler is Queen Shireen III. She has ruled for 30 years, bringing rewards to allies and punishment to foes with equal confidence. However, she is beginning to age, which was heretofore unheard of kings. They didn't age. And more attention has been paid to her 3 children. Because they were invisible before. I certainly was. Her older child is Sutter, first in line to the throne. Happily, he seems well suited to be king. Cheerful, well liked, bright, and energetic. Oh, that's my brother that I don't like. Well, my character doesn't like. I'm fine with him so far. We'll see. He is fully ready to ascend to the throne and expand Haven's power and influence. His body is ready, apparently. His younger sister is Princess Delia. She has been raised since birth to be a scholar and advisor. Few know more than her of the history of Haven, its triumphs and mistakes. She is a kind woman and a true patriot, eager to aid Haven and all of its allies. Except the ones that betray Haven. They are not allies anymore. Queen Shireen has a 3rd child who prefers to remain in seclusion. Little is known about this young royal, who appears to be in line for no position of importance. Prefers to be in seclusion? You put me in seclusion, you terrible... Who wrote this? These sages, I hate them. Hate them all. Anyway, I think we're good here. And I think we're good here as well. Let's talk to Chief Adam over here. Adam. You meet the chief of Deepwood Keep, and you are surprised. After meeting one professional, disciplined warrior of Haven after another, this unshaven mess is a bit of a shock. He is slumped over, his eyes are bloodshot, and he is well into middle age. What does that mean, being well? Okay, well, so he's getting older. I think that means he's getting older. He wobbles to his feet, and meets your gaze.
Welcome, Jeff. Glad you're here. I'm Chief Adam, ready to report.
Interesting. He's a mess, but his desk is covered with work. Covered with work. That's not the first time this game says something like this in regards to basically papers. And he's no fool. He is here to work. It's papers. He's not covered in dead people. Because it's papers. Because, you know, he's a warrior. I suppose dead people is what he does. No, he's not covered with dead people. Give me a report if you must. He nods, unsurprised by your uninterested response, even though it wasn't.
I'll make it quick. We're fine, all fine. And that's,
He picks up a pen and adds some notes to his paper. Go on.
Oh, we were all dropped off by boat on the west coast. The general wanted us to not walk through the Ahriel woods until we were sure we wouldn't be torn apart by crazed plants. We're all waiting for you to get a treaty with them first, Jeff. And that's all.
He slumps back into his chair. You're still flinching. I'm flinching? Why? You've always been pretty informal, but being referred to by your name is weirdly shocking. Flinching? No, flinching is when somebody raises a hand to you and you're like, ugh! You know, flinch. No, I would be... No, what the heck? Taken aback, I suppose. That's... Anyway, you're very informal.
What? Oh, yes. We're in the middle of a magic forest that wants to eat us. We're on the front, Jeff. Back home, I will kneel and all that. Out here, we have to fight side by side. No room for pomp out here.
There's no room for that. Just try to run the fort well. Chief Adam nods.
I will. I'm untidy. I admit it.
No, you're not. I saw your bag, or not bag, your chest, I suppose.
I have a reputation. I'm surprised I'm here at all, but I will make this fort work. I swear.
Yeah, people who don't have reputations, you see, they're the ones that usually get sent to forts.
What else can I do for you, Jeff?
So how did you get to be here?
It was kind of a surprise. I was a chief before, but retired. Difficult past, you see. Then I was visited by guards. Turns out I was personally selected by Princess Delia.
So my sister selected you?
All the leaders of the East Battalion were personally and carefully selected by the princess. She wanted to make sure you had the best, even if the best can be kind of messy.
What were you doing when my sister found you? I don't know what kind of question this is, actually. What was your line of employment? Or were you in the potty or something? What?
I had a job as a baker.
Oh, it's the first one, okay.
About to lose it was a pity. Pounding the dough helped me get these.
And he slaps his upper arms. They are indeed impressively muscular. That's good for you, I suppose. My sister is very precise in what she does.
Yes, that is why I was so surprised. She told me, though, she knows I am good at my work.
He shaves. Oh, he doesn't shave. He waves at the maps and orders on his desk. Oh, on my desk? No, I think it would be on his desk.
Don't let the mess fool you. I will do right by you. She also said that you have a checkered past, if you don't mind me saying. She thought that you had an unproductive youth, and you would be comfortable with me.
I am not comfortable with you. Can I say that I'm not? Can I just not? Don't you? What the heck's wrong with him? I'm the third child. My family never got around to giving me a chance. Why would I work hard when so much decadence was available? What kind of word? What? Why would I say something like that? Why? Like, what? It's like being, wow, why would I work when I could be a piece of shit? Oh, sorry, this game doesn't swear. Ah, well, I did. I hate Haven and everything it stands for. Well, there you go. Taking power is frightening to me, so I did other things. Let's go with the first one. I'm the third child. My family never got around to giving me a chance.
That hurts. Not being trusted, not being given responsibility. A person needs responsibility to grow. And now you have an entire continent to battle. Ha 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 ha. Maybe there's such a thing as too much responsibility.
Only if you fail, I suppose. Too much responsibility is a weird notion. Yeah, there's too much stuff asked of you, but, it's just only if you fail. If you succeed, then yay, I suppose. I have another question. The chief slumps in his chair as he talks to you. He casts occasional looks at the mug on his desk, but he's not foolish enough to drink while talking to a prince.
How else can I help, Jeff?
But he doesn't drink. So how did you get to be here? Didn't I ask that already? Yeah, I did. So what do you think of the Ariel?
They are odd ones. I've served in a lot of vassal states, but they are unusual.
Also, we just learned that there are a lot of vassal states. Okay.
Most aren't quite so mad, so arrogant. I like them. They are wealthy and safe. They've been that way for a long time, long enough that they can't see the problem.
They are wealthy and safe. Oh, we must be asking about the leaders of Ariel, which is, I suppose, the Ariel. It's complicated. They have the same name. Why do you like them?
They love pleasure. The blessed live for it. The regular folk are bitter and have their problems, but they love good food and wine and beauty.
Apparently that's the case. Also, they have their problems? No, their problem is the blessed that basically work them to basically pay for the apparently pleasure. The blessed live for pleasure. Apparently the elixir is pleasurable.
They think they have problems.
The common folk, I suppose he's referring to.
But they are better off than anyone else on Sacramentum, and they live life to the fullest.
This guy's he knows a lot of stuff. If you can't tell my sarcasm. How do they treat Haven?
They are arrogant and dismissive, way more than it is wise to be. We'll withstand it, though. We won't cause an incident and make problems for you.
What is their problem, then?
Their forests have protected them for too long. They have forgotten that the world has real risk.
No, it doesn't. They're protected from the forest. Well, with the forest.
Real wars always come eventually.
Yeah, if you attack them, they come.
If you don't prepare for them,
I suppose.
Too much prosperity can be a poison.
Also, elixir can be a poison.
My life is a testament to that.
It's the life of a baker, man. Do you think that could ever happen to Haven?
Yes, maybe, probably. Haven believes strongly in work and duty. This never lasts. At least when things fall apart, I'll be long dead.
Haven is weird. Because the focus on not having an army and just ruling everybody through paper and just special teams of commando armies, that's a really weird thing that doesn't really exist throughout history until very, very late in human history. Because it's sort of weird because the I say late, I mean like the last few centuries. And even then, you need to be very, very picky and selective about what you define as not having an army and ruling through with paper, because it's very complicated. You need why would anybody become a vassal of a state that can protect them? You notice that I was being sarcastic. I have another question. Actually, let's see what other questions we have. Do you need help getting this fort established? Yeah, I'll talk about that. I talked about the when we read the treaty. You know, an assault on the Ariel is an assault on Haven, and the thieves and whatnot will be dispatched. And I said, yeah, dispatched by whom? And I meant it because I said that because the text doesn't actually say who's gonna protect these lands. So there's wiggle room there for Haven to be like, no, it's there. You say that it will be done, so you must do it. It's there. You signed it. I don't care. But in a historical and realistic scenario, a country would become vassal for protection, either protection from others or protection from itself. The only alternative to that is if there are systems in place, and normally those would be economic systems. That would protect, or that would imply a threat, or that would incentivize a vassal or a state to become a vassal of another for economic reasons, for trade and whatnot. But that's what Haven is after. Haven is it's sort of the opposite. It's what would happen here is that Haven would become the vassal state of Ariel, so that Haven could be the exclusive beneficiary of the elixir. So it's sort of weird, and I'm not really sure it even makes sense when you start thinking about it, that Haven is a ruler by I don't know. It's weird. A ruler by fear. It's not even a ruler by fear. Also, my mouse cursor keeps changing. It's weird. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's just I don't understand. In a normal situation, you'd become like, well, you if you were very rich and if you could control trade, you could create vassals without an army. With Haven would be able to get vassals without an army. But even then, you'd need to have a very, very good defense of yourself, because you'd be ransacked. People would attack you if you controlled trade so well. Even if you had a very, very good small army, you'd still get attacked. And that's what I mean. That does happen in history. It's just you need to be very finicky or very specific in what you define as a similar state in history to this. I don't know. It sort of comes across as the writer trying to defang, I guess, the Impious. That's what it comes down to. It sounds like the writer tried to make an Imperial force, but for probably gameplay reasons, and also simplify the subtext of the game, they decided, this empire is going to be not as threatening of an empire as real empires are. And the real empires are threatening and mean and bad for the same reasons that they are empires. It's interconnected. They are empires because they are very powerful, and they use their power to assert their more power, and that's how empires are formed. You can't form you can, but in very specific situations, form empires that are not military, which is what Haven is. But these are not the circumstances, what I mean to say. Anyway, do you need help getting this fort established?
We can always use more supplies, I think. If you check in with East Battalion headquarters, they will have suggestions to where you can go. The town of Sliven might offer you some nice bribes too. The things I would suggest are probably too humble for the time of a prince.
Let me be the judge of how I spend my time.
Well, you wouldn't be the first royalty who enjoys hunting, not pigeons or foxes, but the enemies of our colonies. For example, the roads through the...
And then he refers to them as colonies. So Haven is absolutely an empire. I think it is treated as an empire from the beginning of the game. It's just, I don't know, but it's the good kind of empire. Except, it's not the good kind of empire at all. Anyway, for example, he says, for example, the roads through the woods to the east are plagued by camps of mirelings. If you took time to drive off a few of those camps, it would make it easier for us to get supplies. Oh, why do the Ahriel tolerate these camps?
The leaders of the Ahriel are uninterested in leadership. Too much wealth and wine, too much elixir. Their councils tend to be the nuts and bolts business of leadership tend to see the nuts and bolts business of leadership as beneath them. That's not the impression I got, and certainly it's that their leaders don't like leadership. That's what he's saying. This guy doesn't know much. How can I recognize the camps? Look for clearings full of bones and trash. Trash scattered around is a sure sign of an enemy of order. You look around at his...
Oh, we look around at his office, and he shrugs.
I've never been a great friend of order myself.
No, I saw your... Was I wrong? Was I wrong? Did I see the wrong chest above? I bet I saw the wrong chest above. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, that's going to be that for today. We are going to continue exploring this fort. In fact, well, we explored this fort already. What we're going to do is we are going to... we're going to build things here in this fort in the next episode. For right now, though, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Queen's Wish. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.